British Columbia is one of Canada's most popular vacation destinations. It's known for its spectacular mountain ranges, lush rainforests, gorgeous stretches of rugged coastline, world-class slopes, and picturesque towns, each of which has its own unique flavor. For a better idea of what this Canadian province has going for it, keep watching, because we're going to take a look at what we think are the best attractions and destinations in British Columbia. Whistler. With the snow-capped Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains as its backdrop, Whistler is the center of one of the largest and most visited winter sports recreational areas in Canada. Over a decade ago, Whistler gained widespread attention when it hosted the 2010 downhill ski event at the Winter Olympics. Most people associate Whistler with skiing and snowboarding, and for very good reason, but it's also a popular year-round destination for outdoor activities like mountain biking, hiking, golfing, and sightseeing. If you're an avid birder, bring your binoculars, as there are over 270 species in the region. Even if you're not much of a skier, the town of Whistler is a lovely place to explore solo or in the company of friends. One of the best attractions in town is the peak-to-peak gondola, which connects Blackcomb and Whistler Mountains. It's one of the longest gondola rides in the world, clocking in at 4.4 kilometers. For some truly breathtaking views of the area, take this epic 11-minute ride. Since Vancouver is only 2 hours away by car, Whistler is easily accessible. Plus, the drive between these locales along the Sea to Sky Highway is worth experiencing on its own. Along this route, be sure to make a couple pit stops at the many culturally rich communities you come across, like Shannon Falls and Squamish. Stanley Park, Vancouver. This spot is one of Canada's premier destinations for getting up close and personal with nature and wildlife. The large grassy oasis offers photo-worthy views, quaint outdoor tea houses, romantic oceanfront hideaways for mom and dad, and splash pads for the little ones. It makes for a great little getaway spot for families, especially since it's the home to Vancouver's world-renowned aquarium, as well as some of the finest equestrian outlets in the province. Since the park is located in the center of Vancouver, it makes for a great escape from the hustle and bustle of the urban jungle. Whether you're in town for a day or two or planning on spending a week exploring everything worth seeing, no trip would be complete without a visit to this historic park. Before we tell you more about the best of British Columbia, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Tofino. Tofino is known for its surf culture, remote beauty, and indigenous roots. For those looking to explore Nootka Sound, Tofino serves as its gateway. Beyond that, it's one of the most significant seaside resort destinations in Canada. Whether you're looking to engage in a little coastal camping or more inclined to check in at a luxurious rental home, Tofino offers a range of stellar accommodations for travelers of all comfort levels. While you might not think of Canada as being very tropical, Tofino certainly fits the bill. It's one of BC's most westwardly located towns, home to some of the best surfing in the nation, and is one of the premier places in North America for whale watching. For adventurous visitors, Tofino is also a pretty decent place to go paddling, hiking, and cycling. Pacific Rim National Park Reserve. Just south of Tofino is one of the most dramatically beautiful national parks in Canada. While Alberta has famed and gorgeous places like Jasper and Banff, the Pacific Rim is arguably every bit as remarkable. With its colorful and lush ancient rainforests, mineral-rich waters teeming with marine life, and infamously ferocious winter squalls, the Pacific Rim is a force to be reckoned with. Surfers have been flocking to the Pacific Rim for decades. If hanging 10 isn't up your alley, taking a hike on the New-Cha-Nulth Trail is another highly recommended activity. The rich history and culture of this First Nation tribe is explained in detail as you stroll along this tranquil path. Another great trail rooted in Native Canadian history is the West Coast Trail. The First Nations traveled along this route searching for food, resources, and better opportunities. Be aware, though, that if your intention is to complete this trail, you'll need to devote at least a couple days and pack accordingly. It's not for the faint of heart, and you'll probably have to brave the fog, rain, and rocky terrain. Butchart Gardens. Located in an old rock quarry in Victoria, Butchart Gardens offers guests a phenomenal display of plants, flowers, trees, and wildlife. This attraction makes for a perfect day trip if you find yourself around Victoria. The mild climate of the area means it's a perfect stop almost any time of year. In our opinion, the best time to visit is any time between spring and fall. The vibrant spring blossoms are gorgeous. Our second favorite time to stop by is the fall, when the changing leaves put on their colorful show. Haida Gwaii. This remote island chain is one of Canada's hidden gems. While sometimes overlooked by tourists, this destination provides a wealth of natural beauty and culture. Previously known as the Queen Charlotte Islands, this natural wonder is made up of over 150 isolated islands at the western edge of the continent. The two most famous islands, Graham and Moresby, are located roughly 30 and 90 miles off the coast of BC, respectively. The indigenous inhabitants of the island, the Haida people, are known to have lived on these islands for more than 8,000 years. Historically, they were known for their 20-meter-long war canoes, but today they're famed for their skillful carving and artistry. Throughout the Canadian Pacific coast, their totem poles and ornate illiterate carvings can be found in numerous museums. Glacier National Park. In addition to Mount Revelstoke National Park, which is a few miles away, Glacier National Park is a beautifully scenic area, particularly popular with hikers and rock climbers. The parks are both located in one of the most remote and inhospitable mountainous regions of the province, the Columbia Mountains' nearly inaccessible Selkirk Range. The park is known for its dramatic landscape, featuring jagged mountain peaks and deep valleys. There are more than 400 glaciers in Glacier National Park. At the lower elevation levels, up to about 4,200 feet, dense forests full of hemlocks, firs, and red cedar trees, and a dense covering of ferns provide a suitable home environment for the park's caribou, mountain goats, grizzly bears, and black bears. While the majority of visitors simply visit for the day, there are several campgrounds and hiking trails in the area suitable for backpackers looking to immerse themselves in the natural beauty for a couple days. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorite spots in BC? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.